Hello and welcome, true art believers. How are you doing today? This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and you are watching 500 Days of Drawing. Day 424. I am unstoppable, my friend. I was gonna say my son. I don't like son, like what? Like the internet's my son. Like I just no, that's not true. Um, I made internet babies. They're my son. No, it's day 424, and I'm working on doing. What am I working on? What am I working on? I don't know what I'm working on. Anyways, today we're gonna be doing some quick gesture drawings, ranging from 1 minute to upwards of 5 minutes, and hopefully it will be much better than yesterday, because yesterday was a train wreck of a live stream. Don't get me wrong, it was a train wreck. But anyways, let's begin the live stream, shall we? And also, before I forget, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's really helpful and it really means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Now, I always hate those like extra long, protracted like intros. So that's why I got another 5-minute intro coming up right now. I'm kidding. I don't have one of those. All right, let's see. I want to play some night driving here. Yeah, I think that's loud enough. We're gonna turn it up to 25. Yeah. I'm just messing around with the volume, trying to see what volume works for this. So let's see here. We're gonna be doing some quick gesture drawings starting right now. Let's see. Do I even have the right brush? Oh, we'll just work with it. We'll just deal with it. I always have to deal with it. Anyways, here we go. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna start with the overall shape of the head. Not even shape. We're going to overall shape the angles of the body that I'm seeing here. Yesterday, oh my gosh, that was awful. Hopefully today will be a little bit better. I don't think so, but I'm going to hope that I can get a little bit more out of it than yesterday. And that's the thing, man. When you're doing these live streams or when you're drawing in general, like you gotta have like what's it called? Like just a unshakable, like you got to have like God mode humility. Like you got to be super humble and you just got to be, that's it for that one. You got to be unshakable, unwavering, unmovable, right? You really have to like not worry about how well you do the previous day and so forth, because there's going to be bad days. I've had my fair share of bad days. I've had 400 days of this. Like, you think all of them have gone well? No, none of them. Like, I'm not Ben Shapiro. I don't have the time to plan out my script. I don't have a team of people, and everything's all off the cuff, all live. And I lead a very kind of like boring life, I guess. Well, not really boring, but definitely not exciting like, Logan Paul or Mr. Beast hiding themselves under the, like, burying themselves like for 50 hours. Or I'm not going to do those like trendy videos. I drew 15 characters in 18 styles. Like, how'd you even do that? How'd you do 18 styles and you drew 15 characters? I did 2. Why don't you just say you did 18 characters? Anyways, yeah, like I've had my fair share of like just disappointment, like bad live streams, and that's fine. The reason why it's fine for me is because I'm going to keep doing it, regardless of how like I feel, like how bad the previous one was. Because I guess the reason why is like when I was in high school or middle school, man, I was like the unpopular kid, man. And like I only became like I was like the unpopular kid. You know, people teased me a lot, I guess. And so like I'm used to like just like being under the radar, you know. I'm used to that. So these are very bad 1 minute drawings, by the way. So I'm used to being under the radar uh, with regards to anything. So like if I bomb on a live stream, I'm not going to be like mad about it. I can't be mad about it. And you just got to be with anything that you do unwavering. You just got to be unafraid of judgment because people are going to judge you, you know. And I go to work and I talk about this all the time. Like, dude, like I was like, I would be like, I'll tell my coworkers like, oh, gosh, I flipping bombed my live stream. It was awful. Like I was slurring. I couldn't even like speak a coherent sentence. My drawings were bad and I was tired, yada yada yada. I didn't get anything done, blah blah blah. Speaking of not getting anything done, these drawings are not going like fast at all. So they're not really, I feel like I'm not getting anything done with these drawings, quite honest with you. I feel like I'm kind of going in like slow motion. I think the reason why is I don't want to do like what I used to do, which is kind of doing all this like super scratchy stuff. I want to make marks with more intention moving forward. So I'm trying to be a little bit more like intentional with how I'm making my marks. So I don't want to just kind of like make marks to kind of get the figure on, or like just to, I don't want to make marks just to make marks sake, because I used to do that a lot, and I enjoy doing that. I think it's a good practice within reason, but right now I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional with my work, or intentional with the marks that I make, and so that's why I'm trying to. That's why you see me not getting a lot done in these live streams, especially during the 1 minute drawings, is because I'm kind of trying to really slow down and not go extremely fast with how I'm with my drawings. And I've been known to kind of try to go fast, and I always bites me in the butt. And I'm going to be more precise from now on, or try to be more precise, and try to take like my time. Really is really what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to take my time with these, and really look at the angles and so forth. Because in the past I was very scratchy, very like, what would you say? I don't know. I was very, not bad, but like I tried getting too much information in early on, and it was not good. So I tried to go too fast, and I'd end up like biting off more than I could chew, and so forth. So that's why I'm not trying to do that anymore, or I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can. I'm also trying to draw the head, or have the head, the beginnings of the head be one of the earliest things that I draw in the figure, because I have a problem with attaching a neck and a head onto my figure after I start drawing. So I've been trying to focus on getting the figure, the head on the figure early, and yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, is trying to get that head on the figure early. So I don't know why. I just feel that that's the thing that I need to be doing, because I have a habit of not drawing the head. I've always had a habit of not drawing the head until very like later on in the life of the drawing, because I wanted to avoid it, because my faces were, I never really was like great at drawing like quick faces, so I always wanted to avoid it, which is like a lot of other people always gravitate toward the head. I would always like go away from it. You know, I was always one to just like, I don't want to draw the face. Get that face out of here. Like, what was it that Jim Lee, or is it Rob Liefeld? One of those artists, comic artists that who would always, he'd never draw feet. Like, he was notorious for drawing bad feet. So he would always draw the feet like in fog, you know, and he still to this day apparently can't draw them that well. But anyways, I've tried to avoid drawing the faces a lot, and so I'm trying to focus on getting the head in there a little bit more. Not necessarily draw the head, to see how like actually draw the head like how it is, but just kind of get the head in there, so that I have a like a heading with my drawing. And so that's what I've been trying to do, is get the head in there and go from there. Because I've been notorious for doing like these torsos, or these figures and they never get a head in because I avoid them. I'm going really slow, by the way, but I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday, even though I'm going slow. I'm just feeling a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday felt like a struggle. It was a definite trial. I was just struggling to kind of visually see things. I see things a little bit better today, but yesterday was pretty bad. I really felt like everything I was doing was like, I felt like everything that I was doing was a giant, what would you call it, cluster. I was messing up everywhere I was going, and it was a struggle, man. It was a struggle. But today's a little bit better, even though I'm doing 1 minute gesture drawings. I still feel like I'm seeing a little bit better than yesterday. Okay, so that's 1 minute. We're gonna go ahead and move to 3 minutes, and then I might be able to do a couple 5 minutes, maybe just 1 5 minute. We'll see where I'm at. Let's start with 1 3 minute right now, and I'm gonna try to maintain the same pace and the same approach each time. So do like an oval egg shape for the head. This one I can't see the neck, but I'm assuming the neck kind of goes somewhere right here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a kind of like a blocky torso shape, and then another blocky shape for the hip area. And then we're going to do some like markings for the legs, and then markings for the arms here. This one she's like leaning on an object here. So let's kind of put like, let's just like we're not even gonna put the object here. We're just going to make a block shape for like where I think, like, this to give the idea where the object's at. And now from here, we're going to, from this detail, we're going to add like, I'm going to add like these cylinder-like shapes to express the form of the arms and such. Maybe like a shape for the hand. She's making like these pincer shapes. The other hand is right behind. I'm going to do a straight line here. And then we're going to do something like this. Her hair, I got a few minutes. I think I might be able to get like the shape of her head right here with her hair. Something like that. Let's do her breast, or like the under part of the bottom of the breast there. And then we're going to do the torso, and then her leg right here, And our other leg is right here in the back. Let's get this leg right here. I think I made our legs a little bit long, but that's fine. And they're going to come off the back to the side here. I'm like, my proportions are off, but that's okay. We're only going 3 minutes. I don't have the time to kind of like really focus on like, oh, you're off with your proportions. Just fix it, you know? Right? So I don't really have that luxury of doing that for this drawing, right? And we're about done. That's it for that one. Anyways, that's it for 3 minutes. I think that's pretty good for 3 minutes. I don't think it's bad, but it's not bad. It's not great. So here's another one. We're gonna do this one. Okay, as I said, I need to start doing the heads more. I need to start drawing the heads. That's my like my drawing kryptonite is the heads. You know, so that's my drawing kryptonite, is drawing heads. So we're gonna start off with the head here. Actually, gonna start off the head right here, because her leg's gonna go off right here. I know if I put her right there, her leg would come off, or at least kind of come off. And she's looking down, kind of, sort of. Doesn't need to be perfect. We're not going to draw the head. Now we're going to get the neck, clavicle area, her neck, clavicle, her collarbone. We're going to draw some shapes for the collarbone. And let's go ahead and we're kind of like draw a shape for like the torso, and then another shape for the hips. Now the reason why I'm like kind of talking about what I'm thinking right now is so I can constantly reinforce what I'm doing, the positive, the correct way of going about drawing, and then kind of push out the negative things that I've been doing constantly. Because I've always like kind of drawn, not drawn negatively, but like I've got some bad habits in me that I've been trying to kind of not reinforce. And so I'm trying to dial it back a little bit. So now I'm going to draw a shape for the arms. This one's going a little bit slower than the other one, so I'm not going to get it done. I'm not going to get anything done, actually. Right? So she's kind of like, her arms are crossed. So now, let's see, we're going to draw a center point here for pubic area. Let's at least get the legs kind of started. I don't think I have like a minute left. So if I can get like the leg at least started, I'll be happy. Or at least not started, not finished, but at least kind of like showing where the lines were going. You know, oops, that's all messed up right there. Well, that was a good start. It was a good start, but I was falling short. Okay, head. Do the head right here. 3/4 view of the face. Okay, now let's get the neck like this, and then the clavicle area. Let's draw a line, and then another line for the like the back of the neck. All right, she's sitting straight up, so let's kind of make it like an anchor line here, and let's do a kind of a torso tilt. She's not tilting her torso, it's actually her back's very straight, but we're going to tilt the torso a little bit to account for the ribs, because the ribs are never straight up and down. They're always kind of like at a lean a little bit. Even though her back is very straight in the photo, we're going to leave it like that because it's going to make if I were to continue this drawing, it would make it easier later on, because her ribs are straight, but she's got muscle behind that, you know. So let's get the lines for the arms here. Same goes right here. I'm going slow again. Maybe make a shape for like how I see her hands. They're kind of like doing hand things. They're doing what hands normally do, holding things. I actually didn't do this right. There's a big gap between her arm and her breast because she's really thin. But I'm not going to worry about that. That's a thing that you'd if you were working on a longer drawing and you had time to, that would be something you could work on. But for a 3-minute drawing, if you not getting that gap, that's okay. As long as I notice that I missed that gap, I'm more happy. I'm pleased with the fact that I noticed it, and that the fact that I noticed it means that I can, if I were to draw it again later on in the future, I'd have a little bit more success. So her back's very straight. She doesn't have she doesn't have a lot of back muscles, or like she's not particularly curvy. She's very like petite, I guess, in her frame. And we're just going to draw a blocky shape for the leg, something like that. I'm kind of exaggerating her legs too, quite honestly. I have a tendency to either under exaggerate or over exaggerate, go overboard. And I can't seem to find a happy medium with myself right now. Like, I can't seem to find what's the right amount of exaggeration, or to kind of normalize it, you know. So this was not bad for 30 minutes, 3 minutes either. So this is gonna be my last 3-minute, and then I'm gonna try to do a 5-minute one. Hopefully I can find when it gives me a 5-minute one, it's gonna be a decent one, because normally when I get a 5-minute drawing, they give me like this really, they always give me like bad photos. They always give me lying down photos that are in the dark, and they suck. They don't suck for like a long drawing. They suck for a 3-minute drawing. Okay, so her head's doing this tilt. Her torso is following suit, so it's following suit, you know. So we're gonna kind of have that following suit a little bit. And now we're going to push back and do it like a shape for the hips. She's not particularly curvy, as I said. This is the same model, I believe, or it looks like the same model. I don't know. We're going to get the arms and the other arm. This one's kind of in foreshortening, so you're not going to get much here. I'm going to draw a little shape here to kind of express it. And then this other arm, we're going to kind of do something like that. Neck, shoulder, neck, and then do the shoulder there. And then let's go ahead and let's at least give her breast area, and then do the deltoid, and then that pectoral, and do a sweep for the breast. That's not good. Normally, I'm quite bad at drawing the breast, but I think I've gotten a little bit better at them. Like, I don't know why. I just feel weird always drawing them. Like, I think because you have all these like manga artists, or like these like very NSFW artists on like Instagram that draw a lot of them. They get a lot of followers because of it. And I'm like, man, dude, you must really like drawing them. They're like, heck yeah, I do. You know, they really like draw. They don't even like talk about it. They're like, dude, they're not even unashamed. They're not even ashamed of it. Like, yeah, I love drawing these. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to draw this. So like, there's her leg here. Her other leg's kind of popping up right here. You know, because it's tilted downward. You know, so this was actually going to turn it out pretty good. All right, so now we're gonna stop. We're gonna do one 5-minute one and call it a day. These weren't bad for 3 minutes. I was a little bit slow, but again, I'll take this over yesterday. Yesterday was a train wreck. I'm gonna give it to you. I was first off, I couldn't even talk. Like I was making no sense. Like I was making sense in my mind, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. All right, so we'll do this one. This is 5 minutes. Um, I just couldn't even do it today, that day. Like I was just, I wasn't there. I wasn't present. And what I mean by present is like, I'm not looking. Like, I'm just like there in physically, but I wasn't present and I wasn't really thinking about the drawing. I wasn't there. I think I just wanted to be somewhere else. Like I wanted to be in bed. Um, I just wanted to be somewhere else. Like I was tired. Maybe I was a little bit tired. Um, Maybe I don't know. So this one's her neck goes down, straight down, and then her torso is kind of like straight too. And then we're gonna draw a kind of like a torso, like a torso, a block shape. I can't see the backside, and then we're gonna draw a shape to kind of represent the hips, and then we're just gonna draw something. We're gonna go this a little bit a different route today for this one, simply because I want to kind of get the forms in. So I kind of simplified the shape into like a box, or no, like more like a triangle or something. I don't know, like a weird box wedge shape. I don't want to think about like what the shape is. I don't want to worry about those details. That doesn't matter to me. Now let's go ahead. Technically, I didn't make her neck long enough, and I made her a little bit like thicker, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the something to kind of express the shape of her hair, at least in. I'm not going to really get into her face. I just want to kind of get the like negative space in there, so you have an idea of like what her contour of her hair is and what the contour of her head is. That's all I want to focus on for as far as the face is kind of get the contour of her head. So the positive negative space. So that's kind of like the shape of her head. And now what I want to do is I want to get the arm. I'm going to draw like an arm, like a line to kind of dictate, show like the angles of the arm and the angles of this arm. It's actually like that, and then her forearm is kind of like that, and then her hands kind of doing a tilt. Something like that. Now let's go ahead and kind of fill in some of the blanks here, right? Using some of the information. And now basically what I'm doing is I'm adding shape. I'm making her body into more like cylinders and blocks right now. I'm going to do that. I'm doing that for this purpose. And then if I were to do this in real life, or like outside of this, I would actually be a little bit more nuanced with the curves, because I didn't like her arm's not a tube. It's got more like a round. It's more rounded here, you know, right there. And then let's go ahead and draw her breast here. I think I made her. Yeah, I know what I did wrong. I made her torso too wide. That's what I did. And there's nothing I can do something about it. but I'm not going to do anything about it. So we're about out of time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to not stop this session. I might work on her a little bit longer. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might add a few things. I don't got more time, but I could always work on it more. Let's work on, I'll work on this one a little bit more. Yeah, we'll just do that. So just going to play around with her for a few more minutes, mainly just kind of adding some value. I'm not going to really get much more done. I'm just kind of playing around with value. I'm trying to get more adept at using this pencil brush. And so this helps me kind of get more experience using it. So that's why I've been trying to use it like this a little bit more. Although it's very hard, man. It's tablets are extra sensitive. Like they're very sensitive, you know? This is not the best way to do this, by the way. There's probably like some really good strategies to use to do this. I'm just kind of doing this because I don't know any better. I really don't. I don't know what I need to be doing with regards to using this brush. So as I said, I made her thicker than she really is. Like I made this area thicker, like her body thicker. And I'm not doing that like on purpose as like an aesthetic choice. You know, like some artists they'll like make these females with like giant butts and like huge knockers and like a really thin waist. You know, I'm not doing that on purpose. As I said, when you're drawing from life, people like artists have like we all kind of default to certain like proportions, and sometimes I will make things either too long or I'll make them a little too squat, like squat and stocky. And it might be like a response to the actual figure itself. Like this woman, she is a little bit curvier and thicker around the hips and around the legs. She's got some nicer like thicker legs. So I might like as a net default subconsciously like draw her legs a little bit thicker or whatever. I know that it's probably not even that I made her thicker. I really think I made her torso too short. And so that could be part of the reasons why it's drawn like this, is because I made the torso a little too short. I can see that now that I made it really short in this drawing. Yeah. So let's get this girl's arm in right here. And then kind of let's go ahead and let's try something here. Let's just playing around with the brush. Now I'm not really familiar with this brush. Even though I say I'm not really familiar, even though I've been using it for such a long time, I don't get to really spend time shading with it. So like it's when you're using it just like to do sketching, that's a different beast than to use it as a tool to kind of create value. So I'm not really familiar with using it as a value tool, you know? So it's new to me when I use it to create value. Man, I just wish I had hours to do this. I would love to really get acquainted with these type of drawings, and I would love to practice it I just don't have that time. I actually got to kind of jet for the day. I really do. I didn't like that. I don't like what happened there. I really do got to get going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let's see here. Let's at least give her like the shape of her fingers. I'm gonna bundle the two main fingers together. So you're just gonna see like a shape where what I kind of see her two fingers, and I'm gonna kind of separate this one. She's got nails, but I'm not gonna give her nails. That's just so I gotta make a little shape for the hand there. And let's make a shape for the leg, the knee, and I don't have any room, so what I'm going to do is we're just going to, there you go. I love drawing, man. I really do. I love doodling. I love drawing. I'm actually I like to think that I'm decent at it when I get enough time to work at it. Because I'm the kind of guy that makes a ton of mistakes early on, and then I have to then it takes a while. Like I'm like warming up. It takes a moment for me to kind of really get warmed up at this notion of drawing. And so like I usually take a while to kind of get like in the drawing, like not mood, but really get in the point where I can kind of see things and so forth. So one thing about this brush pencil is it teaches you how to be extra sensitive with your marks, because I have a tendency to press really, really, really hard on the stylus. And this helps. I feel like this particular pencil really helps me avoid that. Not avoid it, but definitely helps me with practicing my pencil pressure. And so I think that's where I've gotten I've kind of gotten better at it. Okay, so let's add this hand here. Let's move her a little bit to this side and press B. We're going to add her hand. We're just going to add some shapes to kind of signify certain forms. I kind of have a pencil, like the size of my brush is a little large, but I think I can make do. This finger is actually bent, like it's making more of a bent motion, but I don't really feel I need to do that for this drawing because I'm about done for the day. And then, yeah, I kind of, anyways, I think I made this hand a little bit too big, but that's fine. Let's do that. Let's add some shadow right here. Maybe a little bit more shadow right here. Maybe some shadow right here. Like this kind of shadow. 1 second. And then I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm using this pencil, this nib, this brush nib that is like, it's sticky. I don't know if I like it. Like it really is sticky. Anyways, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and put my my initials here. P22 day. Day 4/24. So I just want to say that I do feel like I'm improving. If you look at my first bouts of these, they've gotten much better. But part of the improvement is not just because I've gotten a little bit better. It's also because I've been able to spend more time on these. And when you have more time to spend on your drawings, obviously you're able to produce better work. Anyways, I got to get going. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I have to do a bunch of things for the day. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I wish you all the best. And thank you again. Let's stop this. And cheers, everyone. Have a wonderful day.